Welcome to the Kline May Realty Showcase. I am Ian Bowles with Mount Valley Homes team here in the Waynesboro office. If you see your home you're interested in, give one of our offices a call. Thank you to our sponsors and enjoy the show.
Through Kline May, I feel like I am not a salesperson. I feel like I'm there for the client, for the client's needs, and to help them through every aspect of the process. Whether or not they're selling a home, whether or not they're purchasing a home, whether or not they're purchasing investment properties. I feel that the culture here has us truly feel like we're helping, not selling. I had a good buddy by the name of John Anderson, who was an agent here at Kline May, who, as I kind of started getting more interested in wanting to become a real estate agent, he kind of drew me to the Kline May family. When I started off as an agent with Kline May, their first goal was to kind of connect me with a mentor. They had an individual who did a couple-week training course with me during that time period. I'd say that, if I have any question to any agent, they've been more than willing to be able to help me if I'm kind of out of my area of expertise. I could reach out to Karl and he'll kind of line me up with an agent, and they've been more than willing to help me in whatever that area might be. Over the time I've been an agent, I'd say that I've seen myself grow just through my learning, through my competency in real estate, through my network. I love to be able to meet other people and be able to help them in some of the greatest financial decisions that they make in their lifetime. So I want to be there to be able to help a family not only be able to purchase their first home, but grow with that over time. Whether that means grow in size or whether that means build a portfolio that later will help them when they retire. I feel like at Kline May, I have a good core group around me that can help me succeed.
I would say that 50 to 60% of our dog population comes in off the side of the road. And being able to put them in a home temporarily increases their adoptability in an unmeasurable way. Hi Susan, I'm Heather Yancey, the Foster Program Manager here at the SPCA. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us today.
I'm here to learn a little bit more about your foster program for cats and dogs. Can you tell me a little bit about the program?
Absolutely. We house about 50% of our population in foster at any given point. At this very moment, we have about 65 dogs and 150 cats and kittens in foster. We have some space in the shelter for cats at the moment, but we are over capacity for dogs still, with over 68 on site. In foster, we house pretty much any dog that is under 6 months, puppies, for medical reasons. It helps the medical cases recover more easily in a less stressful environment. And even for the perfect dog, being in a foster home makes them more highly adoptable and more well-adjusted than being in a shelter environment. It also helps us with space. We can't house the 140 dogs that we have in our care here in this facility, and we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing as far as life savings without the foster program.
If a person wants to be part of the foster program, how can they do that?
Super easy. There's a foster tab on RHSPCA.org. There's a little orientation right there online and a link to click to submit an application. I review those personally and reach out to schedule meet and greets.
Are there certain requirements to house a cat or a dog? Like, do you have to have a fenced yard or anything like that?
The requirement is that the home is suitable for the pet. For example, if you have resident dogs, we'll ask you to bring your dogs in so we can do a meet and greet in a slow and controlled environment here on site to make sure that it's a good fit.
Can you tell me more about how you might foster a cat?
You submit an application the same way that you would online for a dog. The links are right there next to each other, and I will reach out to schedule a pickup. The RHSPCA provides all supplies needed to foster a dog: food, bowls, toys, crates, you name it. We'll give you everything you could possibly need for a dog, and we do cover all necessary vet care. When you sign up to be a foster provider for the RHSPCA, you are signing up to take in an animal for a length of time. What you are taking on is the responsibility of bringing the pet to the medical appointments.
Well, Heather, I just want to thank you for having me out today to ask some questions about your foster program. It's very interesting and very helpful.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak on it. It's something that we're very passionate about here. It's grown a lot over the last 4 years, and I hope that we just continue to grow and provide awesome opportunities for the dogs in our care.
Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker at Kline May Realty. Thank you for joining me for another Q&A with Kline May. Today our topic is really the beginning of a two-parter, and that is the new rules of real estate. Some new rules went into effect for the way realtors need to behave with regard to commissions and discussing those commissions with their clients. So today I'm going to talk about what that means for sellers. So the biggest change that sellers will see is in their discussion with their agents about the brokerage fee that the sellers will be paying to the listing firm. Traditionally, the seller would agree with the listing agent on a certain fee, and the listing firm would agree that if another firm was able to sell that house before the listing firm, then the listing firm would share a portion of their fee with that other firm, because that's in the best interest of the seller to attract buyers from all of the firms. That is still possible, and that is still the way the majority of the firms in our area are doing things. There are some different options now, though, where sellers may be presented with the choice to pay a smaller amount to the listing firm, and then the listing firm would offer nothing to the cooperating firm. That buyer would need to work out how their agent was going to get paid on their own. In most cases, however, that buyer is going to then ask the seller to make a concession in the contract. They'll negotiate that as part of the overall package, make a concession to them, which will give them the funds to pay their agent at closing. So in the end, the seller ends up funding that commission just like they did before. I personally think that there are several advantages to the traditional way of the broker, who is the listing firm, setting their fee. Our fee at Kline May is our fee. We can't discuss that publicly, but it's the same fee no matter if we sell the house, if one of our agents sells the house, if an agent from another firm sells the house. I think there are a lot of advantages about that you can talk to your agent about one-on-one in your own situation. So we are outdoors today. It's such a beautiful day. We decided to film outdoors. We are right across the street from the Cinnamon Bear, which is where we got our delicious coffee for today. Thank you. This is a locally roasted by Merge Coffee Roasters. It is from Brazil. Super good. Like everything really at Cinnamon Bear. You guys, if you're regular watchers, you know that I'm a fan of both their coffee and their food. I would highly recommend dropping by there if you have a chance. So if you've got a real estate question, send it to me please at questions@klinemay.com, and stay tuned for our next episode, which is going to be our 100th episode. We'll have something special for you.
What if you could take advantage of lower mortgage rates without refinancing? With DuPont Community Credit Union's new Rate Drop Mortgage, you can. DCCU's Rate Drop Mortgage lets you lower your rate every 12 months if rates drop. Just pay a processing fee per rate adjustment. No refinancing or new closing costs required. Enjoy flexible home financing with DCCU's Rate Drop Mortgage. Visit mydccu.com or talk to a mortgage advisor today to get started.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, Susan.
It's so exciting to be here in our hometown of Franklin today to give a tour.
It is.
There's lots of fun things to see and do here. What are some of your favorite places that we've been today?
Probably my favorite place that brought back a lot of memories was Warner's Drive-In. It's probably one of the last drive-in theaters remaining, and just going in the snack bar and reminiscing about frying up all those hamburgers. That was special. What about you?
Of course, my favorite place is Fort Seibert, which is my home place, and it was nice to have you back on the property today and show you around, tell you a little bit about that French and Indian War era history. In 1758, Fort stood there until it was burned by Shawnee and Delaware Indians, and that whole area has a lot of really awesome history. And there's lots of historic buildings in this particular area. Behind us is the courthouse, and across the road is the McCoy House.
The McCoy House used to be where the library used to be.
For many, many years, yes. So behind us we have the McCoy Law Office, which is a very old and historic building here in Franklin.
And the white building is the new Kline May Realty office here in downtown Franklin.
Another great thing about this area in Pendleton County is the fact that there are so many outdoor attractions and things to do. I mean, we're nestled here at the bottom of the Allegheny Mountains and right off the south branch of the Potomac River. So there's lots of fishing, lots of hunting.
Yes, and we stopped off at Brandywine Lake. Still there after all these years and still kept up and beautiful. Susan, so as a realtor, what can you tell people about this area that people would just love and fall in love with and want to move here?
As far as moving here, it's a great place to live. It's a great place to raise children. Anyone who enjoys outdoors or potentially farming, West Virginia and Pendleton County in particular is just really a beautiful place where people can really take in God's creation all around them, no matter where you look. I'm really grateful that I was raised here, and I wouldn't change it for anything. The love of this land is definitely in my heart, and the deep connections I feel to the people and the place is strong, and that won't change.
I agree. If somebody would come here, they would definitely get the sense of all that.
all want to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up. Even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Sorry, I'm getting myself ready. Okay. All right, one more time. Let me just see it real quick. Wait, one more time. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We'll see you next week.